Come on! That's it, good. Nice and slow on the way down. Like you're gonna do another one. See what I mean? What's up, YouTube? My second video for you all, going more in depth into the contest prep side of things, building muscle, losing fat, things you don't see on the RP channel. But what you have seen on the RP channel, familiar face here, my good friend Carol. This is actually the wellness pro that I was talking about that's doing the show with me. So this is one of her last hard leg sessions. And I had a request in the comments on my last couple videos. They were like, hey, train more people. We want to see you coach. Carol's pretty dead because she's so close to her show. So she was like, yeah, kick my butt. I'm down for that. And I was like, all right, cool. Let's do it. So if you all haven't seen the videos on RP channel with Carol in them, she's basically better than me at everything technique. I know you all love watching that crisp, clean technique. And this is the person to watch if you're into that. So we're actually training lower glutes mostly. And hamstrings. Glutes, hamstrings, and then a little bit of quad at the end. We're going to be using that Body Master hack squat, which is a fun one for everybody to see.
It's my favorite.
I help her with the training, so it's all mapped out already. She's transferring over to the training app as well here in a bit. And I think she'll just pull up her sheet. We'll look at it. We'll see what she's going to do. And I'm just going to kick her ass through it. Make sure she's keeping that technique fresh when I'm not around.
Oh, boy.
Now we're going to see what that looks like now. So let's get to the training video. Keep leaving comments below because I'm loving the feedback and I'm loving getting your all's input. I thought this was a brilliant idea. Whoever commented that, thank you so much. Carol, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
Let's get to it. So, as mentioned, she's a wellness pro. Today's lower. What we're doing here, especially deep in the contest prep, is isolating the glute first. After this, she's going to go into straight leg deadlift. So we're doing the hip abduction machine, where you're actually targeting that outer glute portion. So that way you have a bunch of metabolites and stuff inside of the glute. You could also do this with some form of a hip thrust or any other glute isolation exercise before you go into your heavy compounds, because it makes that straight leg deadlift way more glute emphasized instead of like a shitload of hamstring. Clearly you're still hitting both, but that's the entire purpose of pre-exhausting in any circumstance. Chest, glutes, quads with leg extensions, whatever it is. So you're gonna see she's doing the hip abduction, 4 sets here, and that 15 to 25 rep range, because you're really trying to push a bunch of metabolites, get a big pump. And then she's gonna move into the straight legs in the back room there in a little bit. But let's get to these hard sets of hip abduction. The next one, get a little more bend in your knee, put it on that top one, like that. Basically push on the outside of your heel that way to really emphasize putting it into that lower glute. We'll feel a little more. How was that? Decent? This one's a little like shallow, huh?
Yeah.
Not a big stretch there at the bottom portion, but the best they got, I think.
I was at 80 on the other one, but this one feels a little light, but do that.
Just so with that, she was just telling, because she uses a different machine usually. When you use different machines, you basically are just trying to find that similar tension. So for example, that Smith machine at Dragon Layer is fucking heavy. The Arsenal Smith is a heavy piece of equipment. I usually would do something like 315 for my sets, but in my last video you saw I was doing like 280. That's because I had to find that similar tension, basically by finding a similar rep range for a different Smith. So here, she did how many reps last week?
20.
25, and you just did how many?
25. No, I did 20 last week.
You did 25 this week. So we're gonna go up a little bit because clearly there's a weight variance there. I want her to be hitting similar reps. So this machine's 100 pounds. tension-wise on the glutes might feel very similar to the 80 pounds on the other one, which is probably a little heavier. So let's get into the set.
Yeah.
Good to go? What do you got to beat? Last week you got 18 on the second set. Let's go for 19. Yeah, really push into that outside of the heel. There it is. Good. Lean forward just a tad more. Really push. Push for that glute. There it is. Yeah, good stuff. There you go. Good. Come on. Torso forward, just a tad, just a tad. Really use that glute. Yes, there you go. Beautiful. Come on, Carol. Let's go. Let's go. Torso forward. I got you. I know it's a little harder now. Glute. Come on. Again. Torso forward. A little bit less, a little bit more bend in that knee. Go down, go down. Bend the knees just a tad more. Bring your feet towards you. Feet towards you more. That way. Just your feet. Yep. Press. Good. Torso forward. Press. There it is. There it is. Let's go. 2 more. 2 more. Squeeze. Come on.
Yeah.
Last one. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Yes. There you go. How are those little adjustments?
Better.
A lot better. So more bend. Yep, exactly. Yep, and you're pushing out here. Forward torso. Squeeze those glutes. Hit it. Good. There you go. There you go. There you go. Go. Forward. Glutes, glutes, glutes. There you go. Come on. Torso, torso, glutes. More bend, more bend. Torso forward. 2 to 3 more, 2 to 3 more. Come on. Last one, last one, last one. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Oh! So notice here she's giving herself about a minute to a minute and a half rest. Isolation exercises, it's likely the limiting factor is going to be the glutes in this isolation exercise, which is great because you can time your rest periods better that way. With a lot of compound stuff, it's like, is my breathing fine? Is the assisting musculature going to be my limiting factor? Are there other things that are going to prevent me from getting this set and doing it properly? Since the glutes are definitely a limiting factor here, and the entire goal here is to push those metabolites, get a good pump before we move into heavy compound, that shorter rest period is another way to introduce an intensity technique or a metabolite technique in order for you to get a big pump in layman terms. So she's about to go again already. It's been about a minute. Let's see what happens. Last set. What's that shit say? Last set, best set, brother. I think the sets should be equivalent, but there you go. Torso forward. A little more forward. There you go. Come on. Let's get peachy. You got it. Come on.
Don't make me laugh.
Stop at the bottom real quick. Just your feet. Move them forward. Yes, exactly. Now forward. There. Good. There you go. Way better. Come on. There it is. So this is the last set. Let's take it to failure. Peak week. Next week. This week is the week to fucking kill yourself. So let's do this shit. That's why you're here. Show us that intensity, Carol. Let's fucking go. Technique. Technique. Control that eccentric. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. Come on. Last one. Knees towards you. Feet towards you. Torso forward. Hit it. Squeeze. Slow. Done. Fuck yeah. That was the set. How you feel? You got a pretty good pump? Where do you feel that the most? Show the camera. Where? Upper outer glute? Mm-hmm. Really good. Check this out. I'm creating a 1-day mesocycle for Carol's training. And this is what I'm gonna do with everybody that I bring on the channel. Female, custom meso, continue. Just 1 day, right? We're doing glutes. Glutes. Oh, I think that actually might be, let's see. Straight leg deadlifts are probably in the hamstring exercise. So add hamstrings, add 1 quad exercise, and then we have a delt exercise at the very end. I might not even put it on the video, but we're gonna put it in there. So, where the hell? Shoulders and traps. So, glute. If the exercise you're looking for is not on here, what you can do is actually create a custom exercise. Hip. Exercise type, machine. You can even put a YouTube video in there if you want. We're gonna put that as glutes, save. So that's our first exercise. Boom, hamstrings. We're going to the stiff leg deadlift, boom. Quads, the Body Masters hack squat. I think that I already, oop, there it is, Body Masters hack, boom. Already put it in there. I created that a long time ago, so it's already set. And then we have a cable upright row, I think. We'll put that, I can always change this in the app later actually, if I want to. So, I just hit create now. She has this whole session mapped out. I can go in and add the sets, because she did 4 sets. So I'm gonna screenshot this. He's gonna put it up on the screen for you guys every time an exercise pops up. We did 4 sets. She got 20, 18, I think 16, then like 13 or 14. And that's that. So I'm creating this right now. I'll send those screenshots over to Brad and you guys will see what it looks like. This is Carol's glute session. We're not really worried about how many weeks while I train, including deload, but for you all in the future, probably 5-to-1 paradigms, 4-to-1 paradigms, or 3-to-1 paradigms. The weights are gonna be in pounds, not kilos. We're gonna create. And that's it, Carol's glute session. Boom. So, you all are going to notice, I do believe she did this on the RP channel, and she was using 25s. Carol, this is why I fucking hate hip thrusts so much. Hip thrusts are a fine exercise. If y'all like them, keep doing them. She ended up having a back injury from hip thrusts like a year ago, and she keeps re-aggravating that area. So normally, and like I said in the last video, she used 25s to do her straight leg deadlifts. And by 25s, I mean they're just smaller little plates so that you can get even more range of motion if you're flexible enough to do so. She's super flexible. We're capping it at the 45s because once she does get into that deeper position, it's hard to maintain that lordotic posture. You get into a little bit of kyphosis, and that seems to be what's aggravating this. That small little shift into kyphosis is what's aggravating her lower back generally. So I told her to cap it at the 45s for now. So we're gonna be doing straight legs with the 45s. It's still gonna be fucking beautiful, crisp technique. You're gonna see that she maintains an upright posture the entire time. One of the most flawless technicians in the game. Seriously, it's amazing to watch. But let's get to it. Warm up with 135. And then we'll go to the working weight. That's the name of this clothing line, guys, Peachy Bum. Is it straight legs or conventionals?
Straight legs.
Try to keep them a little more straight. Your lower back allows. Oh, yes. One more. Straight legs, knees back, knees back, knees back, knees back. Done, rack. Good. Belt. Working weight is going to be 145. Go ahead, let's see it. As always talked about, she's going to be doing a potentiation set. So 1 to 2 reps at the working weight. She's going to tell me how she feels after this. Oftentimes you'll go down, you might go up. We have programmed 145 for today, so we'll see how it feels. I really want nice straight knees. So knees back, butt to the upper corner of the room. Butt to the upper corner of the room. Knees back, knees back, knees back. All the way up. Set it down like you're gonna do one more. Knees back, big chest. Knees back, big chest. Knees back. Boom, done. How's that feel? Good? Lower back's good?
It's good.
Perfect. You're doing good. If straighter is hurting your back at all, what you're doing is just fine. You're pushing the hips back a ton. It's a shitload of glute. It's really good. Let's go, Carol. Yes. Beautiful. One of the last hard leg sessions of your prep. 2. Beautiful. Yes. Let's go. Oh yeah. Control, control, control. Good. Good, 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 good. Yes. Good control. Big chest, tight lower back. Control, control. Yes, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, yeah. Done. Not used to those straighter legs, huh? No, she got the shakes on that. So whenever you're not used to, it's actually a physiological response. I talked about this in another video, but it's like a protective mechanism from the nervous system actually, so you don't tear muscles. She was getting those shakes because she's not used to having such straight legs during that time period of the entire eccentric. She was doing a little bit more conventional. Like I said, still hitting a shitload of glutes. Shitload of glutes. But this next set should be better. She'll have better control over it. And over time, throughout, especially like a 4-week period of like your entire mesocycle, if you're getting the shakes, even I get the shakes on the straight leg deadlift when I bring it back into a mesocycle after a long period of time. 3-4 weeks of that, you begin, your nervous system is used to that movement. The motor units that are being innervated are used to it, and you're able to control it a lot better. So
I think I've been playing it safe a little.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like I said, if the straighter knees is causing any discomfort, we don't want to, especially this close to the fucking show.
Well, I'm actually listening to you.
Yeah, but how do they feel?
Feel good.
Your lower back's good. Is it a little shaky?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
more knee bend is totally fine. Hips back a shitload, more knee bend's okay. Wherever that happy medium is for your lower back, like let's stick with that, cool? Because right now I don't want to hurt your lower back because it's fucking a week out, you know what I mean? I bet that felt weird.
Yeah.
Shakes. I haven't had those in a long time.
No, it's been a minute. Because I have you in the back of my head. Be safe. Don't be stupid.
No, it's good. I'm glad. These are those small modifications. Like, it's funny because we'll get in those arguments with people online. I call them arguments because people like to be mouthy and argue about this kind of stuff for some reason. Camp mentality. 4-range of motion, there's an active ROM, there's this, there's that. You only ever do 4-range of motion, that's stupid. I'm like, no, there are times when you shouldn't. And injuries are probably one of those times. Like I said, we decreased the deficit. She has straighter knees, so it's not exactly a straight leg deadlift. Those things are okay to do when you're hurt. That's a modification that is necessary. When somebody's not flexible enough to get into the position, you work through it over time. You want to try to get there, and if it's safe, you should get there. There are small modifications on the leg press you can do to get deeper. There are all kinds of things. The active ROM bullshit, it's a wash. We've destroyed it on the RP channel many times. Go watch those videos if you want to debate the active versus full range of motion thing. It's just a made up term for people who like to lift with their egos, basically. And that's where all this shit boils down to. Ego lifting. Which you don't do any of. No. You're just a technician.
Learn from the best.
So check this out, y'all. This is her first week. So technically, you would program that first week. She did 4 sets on this. So I'm going to go ahead and add those bad boys in. And you can even do this too. If you think, hey man, this app's starting me off with some low ass volume, I'm gonna go ahead and question your technique on everything and say that you're probably doing shit wrong. But hey, the app's not a judgment piece of shit like I am. She did 100 pounds. So we find the 100, boom. That first set, she told me she did 25 reps. The next set, we got 18. The next set, what'd you get next set, like 16?
Just now?
Yeah. No, on the hip abduction.
16.
And then you got 14.
On the last set?
Yeah. We'll play it back. We'll check. We'll make sure this is right.
Yeah, because I can't.
And then just go and check, check, check. And then it's going to ask me all this cool shit. This is the biofeedback that it asked to make the volume jumps from week to week. Carol, was there any joint pain on the hip abduction machine?
No.
No pain. Were your glutes low pumped, moderately pumped, or did you get an amazing pump?
Last few sets I got a good, amazing pump.
So you had an amazing pump. Was the glute workload easy, pretty good? It pushed my limits or way too much?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. So then you save that. And if she were to do this same session next week, it's gonna go ahead and modify everything. So I'm gonna do this for the rest of the exercises. She only did 2 sets here. We called the stiff leg deadlifts at 2 sets. So I'm gonna program that. I'll program the quad. That's it. So that's how this works. And you can modify anything and everything on this. If she has mile reps on this, I don't think she does, we'll check. I can make a note that says mile rep sets.
I don't think so.
I can duplicate an exercise. Currently, that's the feature. I can duplicate an exercise if I have to do down sets. So you can just, like she did, technically did 80 pounds on that first set, 85 pounds. So Carol's putting her feet as low as possible on this platform. She even has these beautiful Reebok lifters on to give her even more heel elevation for more quads. She's going as deep as she can. We're gonna do 5 to 6 reps here on this first warm-up set. Going through that entire warm-up process again, since we're switching muscle groups. Basically normal warm-up all the way to a potentiation set, and then do your working sets. You wouldn't potentiate on every exercise for the same muscle group, but here we're switching the quads, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. 5 to 6 here, go up to the next weight, do a potentiation, then we're good to go. How'd that feel? Is this one any heavier than the one at
It doesn't feel like it is.
Feels similar, right? It's basically the same machine. We realized she had a little bit more range of motion she should get, so her feet are going even lower on that platform. For her, amazing hip mobility, amazing ankle mobility. Females are already the shit at squatting. So her feet are real low. Mine, when I do this, are like basically 5 inches higher than that. So it's very impressive. Deep, deep quad stretch here. 2 to 3 reps. Good. Keep those toes pointed out, Carol. Notice how they're shifting anyway. Point them out more. Toes. Yeah, there you go. Because they're twisting anyway. That's where they want to go. You got to listen to your anthropometry. There. Yes, 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 yes. Up. One more. Up. Beautiful. Rack. Notice I'm telling her, like, listen to your anthropometry. Very stupid way to say that, but you're going to notice when you do a squat pattern, your hips, your butt, your torso, your ankles, things begin to move. They want to be in specific places. If you want to get the deepest quad stimulus, quad stretch, stop worrying about where your feet are specifically. Toes forward with feet close, feet here, feet here. You're not targeting any different parts of the quad than if you were to just get into the deepest knee flexion position possible. That's going to target the entire quad. So I had her point her toes out more, open her hips more, And that is allowing her to go even deeper. Her shit's not shifting around as she's going. You guys will probably notice that too. Look at your training partner's feet the next time he does a leg press. Is it twisting like her feet were twisting? They were just automatically, they began to go like this. She starts going down and her feet are going like this as she's going down. Because that's where she wants to go to maintain that upright position for a deep quad stretch. For me, I'm literally like this and my feet are a little higher on the platform and I just open my hips. It's a lot of adductor too. That's totally okay. Tons of quad. You want that deep knee flexion. And the way you get that is by listening to your anthropometry, the way you are shaped, how long your bones are, what your joints do. You should listen to that, pair your technique to that, and that's gonna allow you to get into those full ranges of motion. You ready for this shit? Get in the zone. You guys are about to see a maniac at work. Watching Carol train hard is impressive. It makes me feel like I'm a big baby when I train.
Shut up.
It really does. Remember, listen to where your feet are gonna go. Listen to where your knees are trying to go, your hips. One of the last hard leg sessions. Let's go. Beautiful. 2, 4. Nice and deep. Yes. All the way down. Get deep, get deep, get deep. Yes. Let's go, Carol. Yep. Beautiful. Good job keeping those hips open. These are fucking perfect. No knee valgus. Everything's looking fucking solid. Let's keep going. Push. Come on. Yep. Come on, Carol. You got it. Push. Breathe, 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 breathe. 2 more. 2 more. Control. Up. Yes. Down slow. Go. Down. Slow. 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 Push. Come on. That's it. Good. Nice and slow on the way down. Like you're going to do another one. See what I mean? Shit's impressive. This shit is impressive. the slow walk away where she almost collapses. Oh, there she is. Go ahead.
Fuck. Oh. Oh my God.
Give it some time before you do another set. She's going to be leaning over this whole outro, and that's okay. We're okay with this. That was her second to last hard leg session. Definitely the hard last super glute emphasis session, I believe. So with that 10 to 12 day out mark, that's about how hard you want to be training. She is seriously like the embodiment of effort and hard work. It's very impressive. How do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
You killed me, like you promised.
Yeah, she's usually really good about training hard either way, but it's good to always have that watchful coaching eye. So even if you all are online coaches, that's why videos are super important. Getting your clients biofeedback, like how I was asking about joint pain, etc. That's it for her legs. She might have a delt exercise after this. We're not going to put that in the video or anything. Great job. Good effort. Excited to do the show. You look fucking phenomenal. This is all wellness. Looking all well. But good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please, more suggestions. I think that the training people thing is a great idea. I enjoy it. You guys probably pick up some good tips. And I think they get a lot out of it too, besides death. But see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.